Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here because I'm sure you're well aware, those that follow Brightson Films and you follow Animat's Crazy Cartoon Podcast here on his YouTube channel as well as on his Twitch channel. And I'm sure you're aware that there's a new independent documentary film making the rounds at film festivals right now. It was at a film festival not that long ago, about a week or two ago, I think in New York. And then it's going to make its way to a film festival. I think it's called the Slam Dance Film Festival in Los Angeles next week, or this coming week, if you will. And what this film is by Brightson Films, and I think the person behind it, or at least one of the people behind it at Brightson, called I think their name is Jeremy. What this film is about is looking into probably the biggest risk you could take as an explorer. Someone that likes to explore the abandoned, explore the unknown, kind of try to find out why certain things were abandoned or how certain things worked but led to abandonment, and try to find out the secrets of the trade, if you will, through your explorations. Well, this documentary focuses on probably the most risky portion of that. And that is basically exploring areas that's off limits to you. That you are specifically told, do not explore, it is off limits to all of you. And what this documentary film, this independent one, is called is Stolen Kingdom. It's called Stolen Kingdom. And it focuses primarily on those explorers that take what they love doing, like exploring abandoned theme parks, abandoned homes, abandoned movie theaters, and all that. It focuses on them taking it to that next level and risking not only time in jail and everything, and probably being sued and taken to court and maybe banishment from the park itself. It focuses on them taking that risk of doing what they're not supposed to do or what they warn not to do, and that's go into the sections of the theme park that are either cut off because they're abandoned and might get replaced by something later on, or just abandoned for just for good and not going to be looked at anymore, not supposed to be in the realm of the public eye, or even explore the behind the scenes of the current current theme park attractions and how they work and everything. That's basically what this documentary does. That's one of the primary focuses of this documentary, focusing on those that take that risk. But the main event of it, outside of that, the main course in it, is also focusing on the one mystery that has yet to be solved. Now, there are YouTube videos that claim they've solved the mystery, kind of, or sort of, but not really. And what that mystery is the location of Buzzy, which was an animatronic at Epcot in the cranium section. It was like the cranium ride section. And it was kind of precursor, as Animat puts it when he talked about it on his podcast, a precursor to Inside Out and everything. Well, several years ago, we don't know if it was 2018 or maybe before, but somehow in the dead of night, somebody snuck into Epcot, into the cranium section, and stole Buzzy. Now you might ask yourself, how is that possible, since these animatronics have to weigh maybe a ton, if not more than a ton? And that's a good question. Some would even speculate, and I guarantee some have, that it could have been an inside job. We don't know. But we do know, obviously, that the only way they could have made that happen is whether or not it was an inside job or it wasn't. They had to have a lot of meticulous planning. They had to really plan this out to make this stuff a reality. Now, like I said, there have been some videos that have popped up saying, hey, we've located him, da-da-da. If that's true or not, we don't know. If that's just a troll job, we don't know. Maybe we'll find out after this documentary makes the rounds in the film festivals, because it's been making rounds all over the place. It was at a film festival about a week or two ago, and it's going to be another one this upcoming week in Los Angeles, the Slam Dance, I should say, film festival. So it's going to get a lot of eyes on it, and potentially, if it gets enough eyes on it, especially in the Los Angeles area, it could have a short limited run in theaters. Because that's what happens with a lot of these documentary films. They'll go to film festivals. If they get high praise and everything for what they bring to the table, then there's a good chance they'll get the okay to go and run in a theater, nationwide. Run in theaters nationwide, I should say, like a Regal or a Cinemark or an AMC and all that, for a short, limited time, so that everybody else can watch it and see it. And that's a potential that could happen with this documentary called Stolen Kingdom. That's the name of the documentary that Bright Sun Films and Jeremy have given it. Because basically, like I said, they're focusing on two things. They're focusing on the people that are known as explorers that do all this exploring of abandoned places and everything, but now take it to that next level and risk, the freedom, risk going to court, risk banishment and everything, because they want to explore the behind the scenes and everything of theme parks like Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and potentially even take it a step further by not only exploring but stealing certain things they're not supposed to steal, so they can sell it off on the black market, or at least sell it off on places like eBay, for a good profit. And that's the main thing about this film. It's the focusing not just on that, but focusing on the whereabouts of Buzzy and whether or not Buzzy, the animatronic, was, put into that same, category of being stolen and potentially sold off on the black market / eBay. We don't know. And what's interesting about the trailer is they do talk to the guy that got arrested. This guy got arrested for being a suspect, if not an accomplice, in the Buzzy theft, in the theft of Buzzy. And they do interview him, and the one question they ask him at the end of the trailer to kind of leave you on a cliffhanger is, did he do it? Did he do it? And his reaction is like he can't believe this question's being asked to him again, which obviously means he's going to be in denial of, being the one that did it. But it doesn't mean we won't get a clear answer, or at least a decent answer as to who's behind it, or who was behind it, and why. I think that's what we're looking for, is resolution, and maybe that's what this film will bring, despite the fact that some people have put out YouTube videos saying that they found him. Okay, if you found him, where is he? Let us know. But the other reason I also want to talk about this is because, I'm not trying to stroke my own ego or anything, but 8 years ago, when I first discovered Bright Sun Films, I discovered them just by looking around and everything on Blockbuster, because Blockbuster was closing down, or had closed down recently. And I was looking things up on there, and all of a sudden I came upon this series called Abandoned, which was by Bright Sun Films, and they were talking about Blockbuster. And when I watched it, something stood out to me in that short film, in that little mini document, in that little mini doc, if you will, that's part of the Abandoned series. Something to me stuck out. And what stuck out to me, and there was credit given. What stuck out to me was my video on my local Blockbuster in Patterson. That was closing down. Yeah, Jeremy and Bright Sun Films, they credited me. It says video credit BW Rosas. They showed my video where I talked about my Blockbuster closing down. And I can't remember, I think I credited them and thanked them for doing that. And I got to give a shout out to them again for doing that as well, because I was surprised. I was like, whoa, what is this? But I really appreciated the fact that they, used my footage. I was really appreciative of it, that they used my footage to talk about, the history and downfall of Blockbuster in that episode of Abandoned. So I really appreciate that. And again, I got to tip my hat to them for doing that. It really helped. It was really a surprise, a very genuine surprise to me. And I was, I'm just, happy to be part of something that, millions of people have watched so far. So thank you guys for doing that. And I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck when it comes to this documentary film, Stolen Kingdom. But yeah, Stolen Kingdom, again, is, like I said, it's just basically focusing on two things. It's focusing on the popular genre of exploring, talking about documenting and all that, or documenting, I should say, not documentary, documenting, these abandoned places, whether they're homes, whether they're towns, believe it or not, or old festivals and everything. Because yeah, there was one video I saw where somebody explored, and I'm sure all these explorers got permission, the okay through the city and the county to do before they did this. But one video had a group of people explore an abandoned little town, if you will, that would be put up and opened up for like a festival or something like that. And what they find in these abandoned places, what they find in there, just blows my mind. Like, they will go into abandoned areas, like an abandoned town put up for, a festival, and they will find not just, little artifacts here and there, but they'll find, things that you look at and you'll be like, well, man, give me a PO box, give me a PM. Let me know. Let me know when you go back there so you can, get permission to gather up those things, send them to me or something. Because some of the things they find are, VHSs of movies, legit movies, DVDs, games, tapes, records, you name it. It's like, holy smoke. And sometimes as they explore a house, sometimes that house is stuck in time. Like, it's just left as it is. And of course, like I say, I'm sure they have to get permission and the okay to look into it. But, again, that's what this movie does. It focuses on those kind of people, but it focuses on those kind of people that are categorized as the risk takers that go beyond doing what we normally see. And that is, instead of looking at the abandoned and all that and asking questions or getting permission to look into the behind the scenes and all that, instead, the category of explorers that this film focuses on is those that risk take. That basically, chance, freedom, and all that, chance lawsuits, going to court, chance banishment by doing what they do. So that's what a portion of this does, along with trying to figure out, okay, who was behind the Buzzy theft? Who was the one that rigged the idea, put the meticulous planning together to make this happen overnight? Because you got to imagine that the Disney people are like, what the heck happened here? They go in there, they're getting everything ready, and all of a sudden they have to call the police. They got to call up management and be like, you're not going to believe this. And and management, it's like, what? Buzzy got stolen. It's like, what? Huh? You can only imagine the reaction when that happened. So yeah, to me, I'm looking forward to this whenever it comes out. Animat is wondering if maybe Bright Sun will put it on the YouTube page, YouTube channel, when the runs throughout the various festivals are done. They're wondering if that's going to happen. They hope they do. Animat hopes it does. That Bright Sun puts it on their YouTube channel when the tour and the festivals is over. But then again, it could get a digital release. It could get a limited theatrical release if it does good at the festivals. We'll have to see. But again, I want to wish all the best of luck to Bright Sun Films and Jeremy. Again, thank you for including me in one of your abandoned films with my video footage on Blockbuster. I really appreciate that, guys. It's generally a surprise to me when I first saw it, and still warms my heart that I was able to be part of that. Surprisingly, in the history where you guys talked about the history and fall of Blockbuster. But guys, that's all I can really say for right now. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Love to hear your thoughts on Stolen Kingdom. Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to attend one of the film festivals that I'll be at? Let me know. Love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to check out that Blockbuster video, abandoned video, I will put it at the end here as well. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll put it at the end of the video. But guys, that's all I'm going to say for right now. Comment down below, like the video, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the links in the description to find my content elsewhere. You can find me on all your favorite audio and video podcast affiliates across the board, from iTunes, iHeart, Spotify, Audible from Amazon, Radio Public, Overcast, Pandora, you name it. If it's got a podcast, I am probably on there as well. Also, find me at VENMO.com at BWRoses, Odyssey.com at BWRoses.5, Rumble.com at BWRoses. Also find me at DeviantArt.com at BVW1979. Also find me at InkBunny.net at BWRoses. check out the Teespring store as well. Link is in the description. You can also find me at patreon.com at bwroses. Support me there, as well as you can find me at Venmo and Cash App to help support there as well. And also, you can find me on Twitter/X at bwroses, Blue Sky, at bwroses, and now on TikTok at bwroses. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. What are you looking forward to the most with this documentary film? And again, check out the abandoned video where I was included with the on the Blockbuster discussion. At least the discussion of the fall of Blockbuster. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, I am out.